You are welcome to my Odit Academy. Today I am teaching you the chapter number 3, meaning of assets, liabilities and capital. First is assets. What is assets? Asset means the firm have enough funds to meet the liabilities of that particular firm. So the example of the assets are, first is the immovable property. Immovable property means land and building which can't move. So it is a kind of asset if it is in the possession of the firm. Then second is the movable property. Movable property like with the plant and machinery, vehicle, furniture, fixtures, loose tools, livestock, clothing stock, etc. etc. Now, meaning of the loose tools means if any manufacturer company engage in some manufacturing activities, so they require some equipment to make the finished product. So this loose tools is a kind of equipment which utilized for the firm to manufacturing activities. Then livestock. If any dairy product company engage in manufacturing milk product and they have some pet animals like cow, buffalo. So this kind of animal which is in the possession of this dairy product firm, it is known as the livestock. Closing stock means at the end of any stock is remain in the possession of the firm, it is known as the closing stock. Then current assets. Examples of the cash in hand, cash at bank, bills receivable, sundry debtors, etc. etc. Bills receivable, I will teach you in the bill transaction chapter. Sundry debtors means the firm who give goods on credit to their customers. So all these customers to get the facilities of the credit from the firm. So in the books of the firm, all these customers are known as the sundry debtors. Then investment. The firm has so many kind of investment. Just like share in securities. Suppose the firm has some shares of a limited company and securities. Then refundable deposit with service provider company. Just like the refundable deposit with the electricity company, refundable deposit with the pipe gas company like Mahanagar Gas Limited and so on. Then third is the fixed deposit. You quite aware about the fixed deposit. Sometimes the firm also invest in form of fixed deposit, maybe for 3 or 5 years with the financial institutions like the bank and also. Then government bonds. Sometimes central government or the state government issue the government bond with the fixed rate of interest they provide to the investor. So it is also in the investment and so on. Prepaid expenses means any kind of expenses paid in advance by the firm to the respective service provider company. Just say for example insurance. If the firm paid in advance some insurance amount, insurance premium amount to the insurance company, so it is known as the prepaid expenses and it is appear in the assets. Then on the liability side, first is the capital. What is the meaning of the capital? Capital means initial amount invested by an owner of the firm in form of either cash, bank balance or any kind of assets. It is known as the capital. In the balance sheet, the capital's format write like this. First, write the opening balance of the capital, then less remark with the drawings during the year by the proprietor, and then add profit during the year, and final figure is appear in the balance sheet of the capital. Then second is the loans. If the proprietor borrow the loan from bank and cooperative credit society and in any other loan etc., it is also a kind of liabilities which is payable to the outsider. So it is also a kind of liabilities and appear in the liabilities, in current liabilities. Examples are the bills payable, just the representative of the bill transaction. Then sundry creditors means when the proprietor purchase the goods on credit from the respective supplier, so all the suppliers are creditors of the firm, so it is appear in the liabilities in the current year. Then outstanding liabilities. What is the meaning of outstanding liabilities? It means at the time of the balance sheet prepared, at that time some kind of expense is due but not paid by the firm, just like the outstanding salary, outstanding electric charges and so on. Then next is the provision for taxation. Provision for taxation means if any firm engage in business activities, so this kind of business firm have to pay different kind of taxes, and if it is remain unpaid at the time of the balance sheet drawn, prepared, so it is the provision for taxation is appear in the liabilities under the title of the provision for taxation. So just like the income tax, GST, goods and service tax, property tax, and plot tax and HSI. So at the time of the balance sheet when prepared, it must be tallied, assets amount and liabilities amount, it must be tallied. Then it is the perfect account procedure has to be done. Now another category of the liability is the contingent liabilities. Contingent liabilities means when the owner of this any firm signed as a guarantor for others, so that guarantee amount is known as the contingent liability for the proprietor, and with the footnote it is remarked. It is not appear in the balance sheet, but it is footnote it is written. Now, you see, all assets are the debit balance, all liabilities are the credit balance. So far you study and you find debit side always on the left side and credit side always on the right side. But when the statement of balance is prepared, it is just reverse. Assets, debit balance on the right side and liabilities, credit balance on the left side. So don't get confused. Understand? Now, why this balance sheet prepared? Balance sheet is a statement. It is the status report of the firm. What is the meaning of the status report? Whether this firm run in loss or profit, it can be easily found when the balance sheet prepared. There are the two categories of the status of the firm. With the help of balance sheet, it may find out. First category is the solvent. Solvent firm means any firm have enough assets to meet all the liabilities. It is the solvent means it is in the good condition. But when the liabilities is more than assets, then that firm declared as an insolvent. Now, friends, in the next lecture, I will discuss about the difference between the expenses and purchases and difference between the income and sales, because so many students get confused in this kind of topic. So I will explain in the next lecture. Now my request to all the friends and students, please watch my video till the end, because I will cover full portion of the standard 11. In my all lectures is contain the full portion of the basic accounts. So it is not help only the student but also the help who want to get the job as an accountant. So my request to all the friends and students, please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon button so you get the notification of my all upcoming videos. I hope that you will satisfy my all lectures. Thanks to watch this video.